Alright, listen. They ain't just a boss like Nakarkos in Monster Hunter. Final bosses in this series, they're a whole event. Spectacle. The developers go out of their way to create a monster that screams, "This is the end." It's meant to be a climatic send-off to your hunter's journey, and Nakarkos, that cuttlefish freak, goes above and beyond. We'll get there, but first, let's lay down the rules. So, what do I mean by final boss? Because not every big flashy monster qualifies in my eyes. A final boss in Monster Hunter has to meet 3 very important criteria. It needs to be unlocked at the end of the game story, either in the village or the hub quest line. We're talking main campaign stuff. Credits must roll for village quest, or your HR and MR cap gets unlocked for hub quest. If that doesn't happen, sorry, you ain't a final boss. And the third one is, it can't be a title update, with very few exceptions. So now, let me be real here. Title updates are cool. They are post game. They are not part of the core narrative. They are the dessert after a main course. So no, Fatalis and Primordial Malzeno are not final bosses in Iceborne or Sunbreak. Fatalis doesn't tie into the Iceborne story at all. Primordial, yeah, he's connected, but the whole Kiro mystery is wrapped up with Geismagom. So it's more like an epilogue. But there are 2 exceptions I'll give a pass to. All Mother Nawa. Even though she came in a title update, she was marketed as the real ending of Base Rise. And of course, Base Rise feels incomplete without her. Zoh Shia, he ends the low rank story of Wilds, but his repeat fights got added in title update 1 in Wilds. So he kind of closes out that arc. Fatalis and Primordial are bonuses. They are the final additions to a bonus. They are not final bosses. You get me? Let's talk about Nakarkos, man. The big blue bone dragon himself, man. So beautiful. He's my favorite elder dragon in the entire franchise, man. And he's easily the best final boss in Monster Hunter history. I don't think there's any other final boss that comes close to the spectacle, theming and sheer uniqueness that he brings to the table. When you first roll up to fight Nakarkos, it's a 2-headed dragon that you're seeing. And then its attacks are just basic stuff. It does some bites, does some swipes, and it does some charges, and it shoots out projectiles. Those projectiles are a blue mucus that allows bone to stick to your hunter when you roll on the floor. It's just very simple, and it's very easy to read. You can get past it very easy. There are some ballista in the area that allow you to shoot at it. There are some binders too that you can use to hold it down, get to its weak point on its back, stuff like that. It's very simplistic. But after doing all of that, phase 2 kicks in. Suddenly, those 2 heads you were fighting, they're not heads at all. They are arms, they are tentacles. And then Nakarkos raises his actual real face. It's like a hidden face reveal. And then it's not a dragon, it's a giant glowing angry cuttlefish. And I love this reveal so much. It's not some grandiose reveal like the way Shara Ishvalda does or Athal Ka's Athal Nesto. It's just a simple twist where you thought you were fighting a 2-headed dragon and what you ended up fighting was a cuttlefish. Absolute peak. Now the moveset goes absolutely nuts. Nakarkos pulls out different monster parts from the ground and it's literally cool. It's so cool. You can pull out Glavenus' tail, can pull out Brachydios' pounder, can pull out an Urugan chin, and can pull out a Lagiacrus' spine shell. And each one of these parts can change how Nakarkos uses its tentacles to hit you. It's so cool. And to top it all off, that's not all. He can also use dragon beams to shoot at you. So he can replace his blue mucus with dragon beams. And he can combo those dragon beam attacks with its normal tentacle attacks as well. It's so cool. And then that's not all, because Nakarkos obviously as a final boss comes with an ultimate attack. And this has to be one of the best ultimate attacks in the entire series. So Nakarkos charges up his dragon beam. As he charges it up, he releases this beam that covers like half the arena, and then he moves it towards the hunter. It's so cool. Now you can dodge it with a well-timed Superman dive, and that's alright. But if you've ever fought Crimson Glow Valstrax from Monster Hunter Rise, his final flash attack that Crimson Glow Valstrax does, Nakarkos' Dragon Beam is exactly like that, but bigger. And it actually turns horizontally. It's so cool. It's honestly too cool, man. And then, if that was not all, if his movesets, his Dragon Beam, everything is still not doing it for you, his death animation, man. He doesn't go out like a sissy, man. He decides that once you kill Nakarkos, the animation that plays is too beautiful. Nakarkos, as a last hurrah, he charges up one final Dragon Beam and is about to hit you, but instead he misses and shoots towards the ceiling. And then as he shoots towards the ceiling, the entire rubble falls down and then creates this huge hole opening in the ceiling, which allows light to permeate through, and then you get to see light shining down on Nakarkos' corpse as he's dead, as rubble is falling down beside him. It's just peak cinema, man. Peak cinema. So beautiful. I don't think anything can come close to that kind of death animation, man. I don't think anything in Monster Hunter will come close to Nakarkos' death animation. Woo. Man, it's beautiful. Let's talk about the map you find Nakarkos in. The Wyvern's End. God damn, even the name sounds cool, man. I have to say this, man. It may be controversial, but this is probably the best looking final boss map in the entire series, even with 3DS level of graphics. And I believe a post-Wilds version of this map would slap so hard. And Nakarkos, when enraged, can turn the map completely blue. It's a very, very cool thing to see as well. It basically turns the entire map into a dark blue light up, and it's just spectacular. I don't know how to describe it, but when you see it for yourself, it's amazing. And on top of that, the map just shows how much of an ecological threat Nakarkos is. You have an area that is made up of all the monsters that Nakarkos has eaten. Different dead monster remains, so much that it could form an entire map. And it just adds a lot of lore to Nakarkos already. And it gives it that final boss feel. In Generations, we hunt over 75 monsters in that game. And Nakarkos is a final boss that basically also hunts a lot. So he kind of parallels the hunter in a way that he hunts a shit ton of monsters as well. Nakarkos also has a thematic representation in Generation, a celebratory game that had multiple monsters while having multiple styles for every weapon. In a game with different weapon types and 14 different styles and hunter arts, Nakarkos feels like a representation of a hunter in that game. A monster who wears the bones of monsters it has killed and uses parts of monsters as a form of defense. It completely parallels with the hunter using monster parts as armor and weapons, and on top of that, Nakarkos switches his bones for different monster parts, changing its fighting style, like how we have hunter arts and styles in Generations. Nakarkos is just a masterpiece in terms of thematic representation, fighting style and overall moveset wise, with a unique design for an elder dragon and a final boss, while making us utilize the mechanics of Monster Hunter as a whole, and feels like a proper final boss to a celebratory game for like a celebratory game like Generations. You could basically call it a generational final boss, and I don't think there would be any other final boss like Nakarkos. Thank you.